So hello guys, welcome to episode 16 of our EA FC player career mode. Now, there has been a little change in the scheduling. We are going to be doing 2 episodes a week, but the 2 episodes that's going to be on Monday and Wednesday are going to be bigger episodes, so it's going to be 4 games in each. So we're only losing a game a week, but it just makes my schedule a little bit more manageable with everything. If we just have a look where we are, this current situation, we are in 6th at this moment in time. We are currently 5 points clear of Salford, who we do play in today's episode. In the playoff places. Stockport are currently top of the league, 3 points clear of Forest Green. So the playoffs are very much on for us at this moment in time. In today's episode, as mentioned, we are going to be playing Salford, but we've got Accrington to kick off. We're away, home to Salford, home to Gillingham, and then away to Harrogate. These are going to be the 4 games in this episode today. And yeah, we are going to be on the subs bench, unfortunately, for the first game of the episode, because we're a smidgen from being in at the starting 11, but not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. And to be fair, if I had to coming on at 1-0 up on 56 minutes would be absolutely ideal. So let's get stuck into that. The guys have obviously done quite well so far today, so let's have a look at what substitution he's going to... We're coming on for Owen Bailey, who stuck our place. I mean, we've been playing well in recent weeks. We're going to go for avoid conceding more than 2 goals. So if we can keep a clean sheet, that would be absolutely ideal, but we are straight into it. And if we can just keep a clean sheet and score above a 6.5, we ought to be back in the starting 11 pretty shortly. But here come Accrington straight away. Adoyin down our left-hand side, defending to do. And they've scored straight away. So bringing me on might have not been the best start. My word. Fancy that. I mean, to be fair, we didn't really help out there. We've let him run off as if anything. That is poor from us. Maybe in a little bit of a sulk from being dropped, we have conceded a goal early doors here. Not ideal at all. We haven't even touched the ball yet, to be fair, as Ironside goes into close. We now get hold of the ball and straight away get fouled, I would suggest. We do pick up a free kick and we can start from here. Accrington look to come forward again. Coyle coming forward. We're just trying to shield this back free. Richard Wood gets a good foot in. We'll pick it up. Go into Biggins. It's not been the best start from us, but we're starting to get into it a little bit more now. As Ironside goes into Miller. Plays it into us. We are looking for options right and left. And right, we know is Sterry. We're just trotting towards the edge of the box, but we can see there's a pass into close. It wasn't the best. As Ironside wins it back, strikes it. Oh, and what a save that is from Sherwood. What a save that is. They make a substitution, bring on Josh even, Andrews. We're on the edge of the box for this one, not quite going to get that. It's going to be headed away. Aluwu nods it down to Biggins. Biggins I thought might fancy a crack, as Ironside has it, plays it into Biggins, and oh my word. That looked like it possibly should have been 2-1 to Doncaster. Baghdadi's coming on. Remember, Baghdadi all that time ago, a couple of episodes back, scored that wonderful winner as Isherwood clears it away. Richard Wood, I would expect to win that, and does. We're going to go into George Miller. It's been a few days since I've actually had a game of FIFA, so I might be a bit rusty myself. As Biggins goes into Baghdadi, close, back into Miller. Into Biggins, goes out wide to Maxwell. We took up a nice position on the edge of the box. And he can't find us. And Baba Fernandez gets it away. And now Worley will take it away down our left-hand side. We spray it out to the left-hand side. Goes out to Maxwell. Maxwell goes inside to Biggins. Now Baghdadi. He could have possibly came back to us. Sees another guy. He's just come off the bench, trying to make an impact. He obviously wants a starting spot. He's not going to get in past Ironside and Miller, it must be said, as Coyle goes back into Lee. 6.7 we're on now. McConville plays it into Andrews. I do not want to concede another goal. If we can't win it, we really don't want to lose it, as Richard Wood tidies that up lovely. And now Biggins. Baghdadi, we do ask for it from him. He chooses not to use us. It goes into Biggins. Maxwell, I imagine, will come back. My word. It's not been a solid performance. We've now took Miller off as well. So Ironside and Miller both off. Very unusual. We don't have one of those two up front. Shape has come on. We are going to learn from our earlier mistake and follow that runner. As it comes into Connolly on the edge of the box. Defending to be done here. Now Lee again. Plays it into Andrews. Don't quite win it. Connolly, edge of the box. Might fancy a strike. Doesn't go for it. We've got defending to do here. Longello plays it back to Mella. Forcing him out. And Biggins does very well. And we have spotted an opportunity to sprint away here. And we are running. We are going down this left-hand side. I fancy taking this Baba Fernandez on. We cut back a little bit. There's a pass. Oh, into Schaefer. Schaffler. I thought that could have been a good opportunity. It only amounts to a goal kick, but still 2-2. But we really drove forward there. Cut back well. Even did a couple of step-overs. I nearly broke my ankles doing that as Connolly brings it down in the midfield. Accrington coming forward though. Lee, edge of the box. Not long left here. It's Sloan. We can't get the tackle in. Andrews. Anderson does well. Goes into us. We can't lose possession. Whoa, that is some tackle from Coyle, to be fair. We're still on a 6.7. at this moment in time as it's thrown into us and we nod it in to close. A goal now would be ideal as Schaffler goes into Baghdadi. Now Sterre back into Baghdadi again. Close. Tries to go inside. That might have been aiming for us, you know, as we try and take the ball off Andrews. But Rich Bagulu, if we go to Turkey, I'm going to have to get better at some of these pronunciations. Andrews in the middle into Lee. Lee plays it round the outside. This could be an opportunity for Accrington. McConville strikes. It's a good save from Jones, to be fair. And 88 minutes on the clock. It is Accrington pushing for a winner. We're on the centre spot, marking the number 19. It's crossed in well. It's headed away well by Close. More up than away as Andrews takes a touch. And Aluwu takes a massive touch. Plays it into us. We're going to go into Baghdadi. Biggins into Schaffler. We cut back into the middle of pitch. It's nice link up from these two. Play down the right hand side to Sterre. Back into Baghdadi. Back into Sterre. Schaffler. Oh, he could have nicked it at the death for us. Anderson goes into us. There's a pass into Close, into Schaffler again. It's another bad touch, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Will we get one last chance here to get a goal? Sterre goes into Biggins. Sterre again goes into us. We play it straight into Close. He's played into Baghdadi. Oh, and he's got to score. And if that's Ironside or Miller, you suggest that's probably in the back of the net. But my word, we've had a couple of chances. We had a poor start to proceedings, it must be said. But, God, we had chances to win that. And maybe that just shows a lack of squad depth in terms of without Miller. We did get a 7.0 rating. We completed 14 passes, all 100% of those. 37 minutes played here. But hopefully that will be enough to get us back in the starting lineup for the next game. Next up then is Salford City. This is possibly one of the biggest games of the season so far. They've played a game less than us and are 3 points behind with a far superior goal difference. So we really need to win this one. We're back in the starting lineup in the midfield with Close and West. Hopefully, we're going to get a chance here to put some distance between us, but this is the biggest game of the season for us. Absolutely. We really need a result here at the Keepmoor. Salford look bang up for it. Let's hope we are. In terms of objectives, we're going to go for avoid losing the match. We're going to try and win it, but this is it. Big game in the playoff picture. Ironside plays it. It's a bit loose. We do win it back. Miller goes into Close. There's an option for us here. We've asked for it down this right-hand side. I'm going to try and take the man on. Play it into Miller. Oh, and that's a great ball into the box. And that could have been 1-0. It were a bit different for us ending up in that right-hand channel. But the option was certainly there as we try and play it to the left-hand side. We've been influential in this first half so far as Ironside comes forward. Now it's Senior. Down the left-hand side. Goes back into Biggins. Miller takes a touch. Close. Got a chance to strike it. It's a good save by Cairns. And that will be a corner to Doncaster Rovers. We are in the ascendancy at the back stick. It's going to be whipped in. It's a decent ball in, to be fair. Headed away well by Watt. We're back here. If it could come to us, Anderson holds it up and strikes it. And Cairns makes a good save. 22 minutes gone. Still 0-0. We're on the ball. Right-hand side. Take a couple of touches. Turn inside. We're looking for options. There's a ping to the left-hand side and Senior in all sorts of space. It's a heavy touch, but it goes into Biggins. And we can come forward here. We're on the edge of the box. He's got Senior behind him. He possibly may lose this. Tilt, must be said, playing at the back for Salford. He's having a very good half so far as Senior has possession. We're coming close, coming short for it. Biggins is going to play a lovely back heel. We're going to see... We can't see anybody on the edge of the box. We might actually take a couple of touches. as we play a lovely ball into close. It's a decent strike from close, and Cairns once again is equal to it as it's cleared just not quite to halfway as Ironside plays it to us. There's an option there for Biggins into Miller, George Miller into Joe Ironside, and it's 1-0 Doncaster Rovers, and what an important goal that could be. We played our part in it. Joe Ironside, great finish. We're there celebrating. The lady in the crowd absolutely loving it, and we are really, really pleased we've got that goal. Let's have a look. Wasn't the best pass from us, to be fair. Miller, little pass into Ironside, left-footed. He isn't going to miss that. It's Doncaster 1, Salford 0. End of the first half. We have played particularly well there, Donny Rovers. It's 1-0, and we are very happy with that first half performance. If we can keep a clean sheet here, this could be a big win for us. Salford coming forward, McElhenney. It's a pass through the middle, and Hendry's in, and Hendry scores just at the start of this second half. And there wasn't too much we could do about it. It was obvious as soon as he shifted across the centre half, we were in trouble. Let's have a little look at this. We tried to get back, but Hendry's there. Takes a touch, right-footed, past the goalkeeper. Jones nearly gets it. Doncaster 1, Salford City 1. Good start in the second half for these boys. But we have got to score again. We started the second half. First couple of minutes, we're in possession. Looking okay as Close goes back into us. I thought there may have been a pass through to Miller there. We'll take a touch into Ironside. Now it goes into us. We're going to check onto his right foot. I felt that if I could have got that on my right foot, I got an option of striking that. But Salford block it well and come away through Hendry. Salford coming forward again, down our right. It's been all Salford in this second half, really, apart from a couple of little counter-attacks. Ashley now, edge of the box, McElhenney. Now Hendry. Still defending to do, Elliot Watt. He's been one of their better players as well as Elliot Watt. We've got two of them on him here, though. And he does very well to... Oh, look at this. Salford playing really well. We see Ashley sent us for a pie on the edge of the box, strikes it, and Jones makes another good save. We cannot get on the ball in this second half here as Watt goes short again. They feel the short corner routine may be the way to go. It's into Bolton on the edge of the box, comes inside, and Senior does well, but then gives it away into McElhenney. Now Watt, now Garbett. What a save from Jones. My word, this keeper's earning his money today. Another corner to defend. We're marking the number 9 on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's crossed in quick this time. Watson shoots, headed away well by Sterry. It's going to come to Vassell on the edge of the box. We tried to get the block in, and that is going to be a goal kick. My word. And it's into Milan. We do win it back rather well, though, and it's into Close. Goes back into us. We've got an option here to move forward. We play it into Ironside. Now Miller. Miller goes back to Ironside. It's lovely work. And Cairns makes a cracking save. It's lovely link up by the front two. And we will have a corner. We've not been in this game. It's whipped in towards Joe Ironside. It's a good header. It's another header. And Joe Ironside gets the goal. And that is proper centre forward play. My word, that's a big, big goal. I mean, we were going to go up for that. I'm rather glad we didn't, because we weren't going to beat Joe Ironside in the air. Neither were their defenders. You can see us giving it the big one to the crowd there. But let's have a look at this again. It's a good corner whipped in. We were in there as well. Ironside gets the first header, and then he's got to react. He gets the second one. Cairns can't get there. And it's Doncaster 2, Salford City 1 with 2 minutes to play. 3 minutes have added time. 3 minutes, and the whistles are going around the Keepmoor as Salford look to come forward through Smith. Here's Mallon. And there we are. We can see a pass into George Miller, who does hold it up very well. That's a big tackle, and it's a fair tackle, apparently, as Watt comes forward. Bolton on the edge of the box, goes into Smith. Oh, no, we've lost it. How on earth have we managed to do that? The disappointment. I mean, there's a big... I mean, look at the supporters, head in hand stuff. And Salford equalise. It's a big tackle in the midfield. We were trying to mark a couple off. We went to see Bolton. Smith just gets himself free. Anderson and Aluwu don't pick him up. And it is going to be a draw. When, oh my word, we possibly could have and should have won it. On the balance of play, I'd say a draw is a fair result. But my word, from jubilation to absolute despair, We wander off the pitch. We got a decent rating. Aluwu's talking to us, but it's headed and stuff. And we did get an 8.0 rating, to be fair to us. 30 passes, 96% of them completed with 5 tackles and 93 minutes played. What a sickener that is. Right, we've got to put that disappointment from that Salford game behind us now, because this is just as big a game, they all are now, and really we need a win here, and I'm hoping that we can get on the ball. We've been a little bit tentative at this moment in time. I'm going to go for the make 3 interceptions, because we've been intercepting the ball quite well. Gillingham are going to prove stern opponents, but if we can play to us best, both individually and collectively, we've got half a chance of restoring that gap to the teams chasing us in this playoff picture. We have the ball in midfield. Anderson takes a touch, plays it into Biggins. Biggins plays it into Ironside. Across field to Sterry. We're on the edge of the box. Sterry tries to get the ball in. And Jeffries, who's having a very decent game for Gillingham at this moment in time, gets it away, but it goes into Richard Wood. We'll look to build again. Wood again. Anderson, we ask for the ball. We can see a pass down the line to Sterry. We've got Close behind him. Close, way behind him as well. Take a touch. There weren't a need to play it. There's not a lot on. As we are on the edge of the Gillingham box, it's a good little spell of possession, and then Close gives it away once again, but then does win it back. And Anderson, they were a nice passing to us there. As we look to play this out to the left-hand side, and Maxwell back into Biggins. Maxwell again. We've just dropped him behind in case. Biggins, though, edge of the box. We're still here if Joe Ironside fancies it. Here we are. Right-footed, edge of the box. And that's well into the stand. 41 minutes gone, still 0-0, and that's a poor strike from us. Biggins goes out to Sterry. Sterry takes a touch inside. We're not in a lot of space, but George Miller is. There was a nice option for us there. Sterry down the right-hand side. Can he get a ball into the box here? Ironside's in there, but it's into Turner. And he will collect. And let's have a look where he's going to clear this. It won't matter because it's half-time. It's still Doncaster 0. Gillingham 0. Can't quite make the breakthrough. Biggins goes back into us. Played out wide to Sterry. Hopefully we can make some moves forward here. Sterry goes into Miller. Miller, nice little touch into Ironside. We're just behind Ironside. There's a pass into Miller. There's a few players around us though. We can't quite manage to get it. I thought Richard Wood might get in there. Williams, middle of the pitch, comes forward Mahoney. And he's got that one as Richard Wood plays the pass into Biggins. That is awkward. We got 4 players around us there, but we do manage to win it back with the help of, I think that were Aluwu, but I'll have to double check that. But Sterry now, down the right into Miller. Is there an option to go forward here as Sterry goes back into Close? Sterry again. It's been well snuffed out by Gillingham at all times. Sterry down the right side. Look at this. We're in. We've got a nice touch in this inside channel. We can see Ironside behind us. Oh, we tried to go across goal, but we've scored through Biggins. I've got to hold my hands up. I tried to go across goal. Where I think it was Miller coming in at the back stick, but Biggins gets the goal. We had to make a little bit of a run forward, try and do something a little bit more dynamic than possibly what we had been doing. But let's have a little look at this. It's a decent ball back to Ironside, to be fair. Ironside strikes it, and their defender just misses it, which allows Biggins to get the goal. It's Doncaster 1, Gillingham 0. How big could that be if we can hold out? Gillingham trying to come straight back though. Down our left-hand side here, we've got defending to do. Lapsley back into Alexander. They're doubling up down this side. They've got a bit of an overload as Alexander holds us off, tries to shrug us off and does. It's into the box. Aluwu doesn't get the header, and it's a good save from Jones. I think we would have probably been at fault if that had gone in, but we have got more defending to do here as it's whipped in the air. It's a header from Aluwu. Does very well this time. Jeffries will pick it up. Williams looks to come forward. We try and get an interception. We do get a good foot in there though. And then we're going to give Maxwell an option down the left, but he's gone himself. Still 1-0. Close into Sterry down the right hand side. This is the first foray into their off for a long time. And is it going to be a goal? It's going to fall to us on the edge of the box. We strike it left footed and Lapsley will come away with it. I mean, it felt like it had to be a first time shot as we try and get the ball back with Mahoney, but Senior does very well into Ironside. Could this be where we round it off? Biggins into Ironside again. We're just sat behind him. If Biggins can find us, which he can. we thought about shooting and didn't. We go out to Sterry. I didn't think we were going to get a decent shot on target. Close mind though. Look at the pass across the box. Ironside was sat at the back stick just waiting for a pass. It's still 1-0, but will we come to regret that? Down our left-hand side, this is a chance for Gillingham. Hawkins puts across. Sterry manages to win the header. Miller does as well into Ironside. Gives it into us, and we're just going to try and settle this down a little bit here. With 3 minutes to go, just keep possession, and we will win. Tommy Rowe, incidentally, you can just see there touching the ball. We bought him a retirement gift this week because we're such a nice teammate. As we're coming down our left-hand side, we're just trying to kill a bit of time as Senior overruns it. Does get a goal kick. There is 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes. And if we can defend for these 2 minutes, it will mean it will be a big 3 points in our season. We've tried to push up there to make sure it can't get into this 38. It's not long down their left-hand side. That's going to be a throw-in to us. Goes into Richard Wood, back to Senior. We're watching this clock on the left-hand side as Molyneux and Senior keep it between them, and that is enough. Doncaster 1, Gillingham 0. We respond very, very well to that defeat. That draw against Salford. That could be a big, big win for us. And when we were coming off holding his head last time in his hands, this time we're coming off a little bit more confident and a little bit more happy. Because we know how important, and when it gets to this stage of the season, they can all be big, big wins. 7.8 rating, 30 passes completed with a pass accuracy of 96% and 92 minutes played. Final game of the episode is Harrogate.
So much to play for.
Not too far from Doncaster, Harrogate. We're going to go for the completed passes target. Obviously quite a small ground as well at Harrogate in relation to ours. So going to be a different type of game this. I'm hoping we can dominate possession here. We've had a couple of nervy games so far. I think probably collectively as well. We've not been at his best individually this, my word, this episode as we give the ball away with his first pass. But yeah, I'm hoping we can do a little bit better in this game. And straight away, we're coming forward. Biggins has options down the left with Maxwell. We're sat on the edge of the box. Biggins goes into Miller. And that is going to be 1-0. 3 minutes on the clock. Harrogate look very, very disappointing at the back. We've had 3 minutes. And to be fair, apart from me giving the ball away, they've not really had an opportunity. It's a good strike from George Miller, as you would expect. It's Harrogate 0, Doncaster 1. Matic plays it out to our right-hand side for Harrogate. Ado strikes it. It's off the bar. It's a good effort, that, from Harrogate. As Richard Wood takes a couple of touches in his own half, one of which might give the ball away. And Jones has to come in. I would have been screaming for a penalty if that had gone against us. Richard Wood making an uncharacteristic mistake as Gibson takes a heavy touch and Ben Close goes into Sterry. And we're having to try and play out a little bit here. It goes into us, and to be fair, play out we do. Up to George Miller, and we've played out to that beautifully. Could we possibly attack here as we play it to the left-hand side and Maxwell? We've got Ironside up front as well. We just settle into this midfield position again. Biggins goes left towards Maxwell. There's options in the box, and it goes into Oxley. Possibly better options outside the box there. Still 1-0 Donny. Harrogate coming forward, we make a nice interception, but then lose it again. It's into Armstrong. This could be a problem, and it's good defending. They got me out of a mess there as we play it square across his own box to Close. Confidence is still up as Sterry goes into Close, but yeah, disappointing. We made the interception, but then gave the ball away as Anderson. Sterry now goes into us. We're going to take a little look to the left-hand side. It's not the best, although it's not a bad ball on my weaker foot to Maxwell. In to Joe Ironside. We'll come forward again now. Ironside again. Into George Miller. We know how dangerous he is in these positions. Takes a pass into Joe Ironside. It's 2-0. And that might just about be it. 20 minutes gone. And to be fair, that switch of play that I said weren't the best, it led to that goal. Miller, it's a lovely ball into Ironside. If I don't stay at Doncaster Rovers, I'd like to take these two with me. Harrogate 0, Doncaster 2. Harrogate, though, coming forward. Joe Matic into Armstrong. Defending to do here. Joe Matic again. Edge of the box. Goes into Daly. Strikes it. It's a good save from Jones. Jones is still having to make a couple of saves. Must be said. But at the moment, he's doing enough when called upon. As Harrogate whip this in. It's a good header away by Ironside. Comes to the edge of the box and Ado. It's a good stop Good block, sorry. Aluwu tries to get it away. Armstrong's going to get a chance, and Jones makes another good save. It's a succession of corners here for Harrogate. More defending to do. Look at the size of this 16 I'm marking. As Daly, what a header that is. Fair play to Daly. That is some header. Let's just watch this again. I mean, it's a decent corner. It's whipped in. I can't see who's marking him. It's Joe Ironside who's marking him. He gets up, and look at that. We've even got a man on the line. Can't stop it. Harrogate get a goal back. Harrogate 1, Doncaster 2. Maxwell does very well down the left-hand side. Closing in towards half-time. Maxwell still has it. I mean, we're on edge at box here. I mean, look at the position we're in. Ironside goes back into Miller. It's a good save from Oxley. And to be fair to him, it's not bad at all. As it comes back into us, we've got to try and make something happen here. Just looking for options, of which one is Maxwell. We're still in an area to cause problems here. Oh, I thought we could skip past that defender. I thought we could just go past him to the left and square it to the right. That could have been a goal. But a decent half from Donny Rovers. Harrogate 1, Doncaster 2. Hopefully more of the same in the second half. Close, goes into Miller. This is an opportunity for us to move forward here. We're going to take this on. Play into Biggins. Oh, there was a pass down that side there. Couldn't quite make it as Thompson picks it up. We try and nick it back. He just manages to keep hold of it. And now Harrogate will come away through Falkingham. In comes Daly. We really don't need to concede in this half. If we can just keep a clean sheet in this second half, we will be laughing. But it is Harrogate down our left-hand side again. Ramsey moving towards the penalty area. It's a good header away by Anderson. I'd expect Ironside to win it. It's a little bit scrappy on the edge of the box as Daly picks it up. And Sterry will collect. Ball into Sterry down the right-hand side. We've linked up well there. Now we have opportunities to move forward. Sterry, can he take on his man? Miller's in the box. Ironside is as well. We're sat on the edge. It's come back to us. We strike it right-footed. And he's got to say, we've not had our shooting boots on today as a door comes off for Harrogate. Yeah, that's pretty poor to be fair. 60 minutes gone. Sterry down the right-hand side. Options again. Loses possession initially, but goes back into Miller, who just about keeps it in, and goes back to Sterry. Now it's into Close. Close tries to chip it. Miller gives it back to us. This time we're going to strike it with his laces, and it's blocked, and Armstrong will come away. We try to pinch it back. Daly's been very good today. These two up front for Harrogate have caused problems, Armstrong and Daly. As we tick into the last 15 minutes, it's down our left-hand side, and defending to be done. Daly's just pulled off. It's crossed in, and Wood deals with it well. Ball out to Sterry again into Ben Close. It's a lovely little back heel. Sterry again. I would be amazed if he doesn't go back into Close, which he does. We're on the edge of the box. We just took a little step back. We're looking for options. I can see one at the far end of the box. It doesn't quite work for us, and Harrogate will look to come away with it. We do, though, win possession back with the header. Biggins goes into Maxwell. We're here again. Options to the right-hand side, and Sterry back into Close. This is looking positive here as Sterry goes into us. There's a pass into George Miller, who's now in on goal. Is he going to shoot? He's not. He's going to try and get it back to us. To be fair, I rather wish he'd have hit that. As Armstrong tries to hold up possession, can't quite do it, and Alu will bring it away. But with 3 or 4 minutes to go, we're in the ascendancy here. Play some lovely football, I may add. And look at that pass to the left-hand side of Maxwell. Now Ironside. It's a nice ball through to Miller. Will he strike it? Of course he will. And he was offside. 2 minutes to hold out. And Harrogate have the chance to come forward here. Thompson goes into Cornelius. There's more defending to be done. There's an option in to Joe Mattock, who strikes it. And that is pretty poor. And I'm hoping Jones is just going to take his time a little bit here. What on earth is that kick? We do manage to deal with it, but my word. When he could have just rolled it out with us. There's 1 minute of added time, and that is enough. It's Doncaster 2, Harrogate 1. And I've got to say, that is probably 2 very, very important wins that at the end of this episode. We faltered a little bit against Salford, but you can see how much it means to the guys, especially Tom Anderson, the captain. Let's have a little look at what ratings and objectives we managed to receive. What have we got? We've got 7.9 rating with 33 passes completed and a 94% passing accuracy. Not too bad at all. 91 minutes played. Let's have a look where that leaves us in the standings. And the league table is looking pretty good. It must be said, we could even get automatic promotion. We're only 2 points behind Forest Green with a game in hand. Obviously, Wrexham are as well. We've got Crawley to play next. I'm not sure who Forest Green have got. Let's have a look, see if we can see on the right-hand side. Forest Green's got Wimbledon away, who are second. That's a huge game in terms of this season. Just bringing up the spreadsheet just for a second, just to have a little look. It's been pretty solid. 7s and high 7s. We've not really been sparkling in this episode, and some of the shooting's been a little bit wayward. But individually, doing okay. Let's just have a quick look at the player agent screen, see if we've got anybody else. It looks like we have. So we've got the Turkish league we can go to, which is Anka Grakuchu. I'm not pronouncing that right, I know. We've got Radom, who we can go to in Poland. Blauweiss in Germany. Aberdeen in the Scottish Premiership. Hyundai in the Korean League, and the final one is Estrela Amadora in the Portuguese League, and we've already hit all the objectives for them. The only one we've not really hit the objectives for, we've not got the flare passes for Blauweiss Vince, which we could go for. We're going to have 2 or 3 options, I would suggest, at the end of the season. Or do we stay with Doncaster if we get promoted? But let's have a little look at the calendar. We have got Crawley to play in the next episode, along with away at Sutton United, and then we finish off away at Barrow. So it's all to play for going into the final episode of the week. I hope you've enjoyed that. Remember, 2 episodes now with 4 games. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra!